on the Mission Records.
The thrill of victory comes with the agony of defeat. This life ain't for everybody. You don't know what it cost me, but no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. I was made for this life. No diamonds. Made for this life. No diamonds. No pressure. No diamonds.
It's like fine wine when it ages. Yeah. Lumps of coal with a ton of pressure. I'm a little street, but I'm not thuggish. I live in this world, but I'm not of it.
What's up, world? This is G.U.Slick. Real name, or the name that my parents gave me, Augustus William Mitchell III. I was named after my father. He was a junior. Of course, if I'm the third, he was Augustus William Mitchell Jr. And he also was named after my granddad, Augustus William Mitchell Sr.
Dr. Augustus William Mitchell.
Really didn't know too much about my dad's side.
Shout out to the Mitchell family.
I knew, we from Detroit, Michigan, as far as I know.
Shout out to River Rouge. Salute.
We came to Lima, Ohio when I was like a baby or a young age. I like to say 4, but I could have been younger. Not sure. So all I really know is Lima, Ohio.
AKA Tha Beantown.
My dad was always a hard worker. I feel like he was at work a lot.
Probably where my grind comes from.
The first job I remember my dad having, I think he was like a manager at Kmart. I remember because we used to have those big Kmart buttons, and no matter what my dad did for a living, I was always proud of his job.
Any check beat no check.
I watched my dad move up in the world and just stay focused, stay consistent with wherever he was working at, and he ended up getting a job at Honda where he retired from. He retired early, or what we'll consider early as far as when it comes to factory. So he did well for himself. He wasn't the type of person that had to beg or ask anybody for nothing. So I always respected that about my dad, and always was a hard worker and a very smart, intelligent person in general. Always liked to learn things. And he tried to teach us about computers before computers was really popular.
Like, we didn't really soaked up game and paid attention.
I remember when you dealt with computers, you was like a nerd or something. But that's how smart my dad was. He was always into stuff that was like, he was basically like ahead of his time.
No doubt. Salute, Dad.
My mother, Sylvia Irene Mitchell. Well, maiden name Blackburn, Sylvia Irene Blackburn. Want to be able to express how my parents were, because that's what I see on a lot of documentaries. My mom, she was more into God. When I think about my mom, I think about a person that's always going to be praying for you, and her main conversation is God. She wants to talk about God, and she wants to be around people that love God. She doesn't involve herself in a lot of activities,
or I should say other people's activities.
She was like a nurturing mother. I remember her reading books to us at a young age,
and all those books have values,
things like that. But she wasn't the type of mom that's going to be at every sports game or school activity or function. She pretty much let us find our own way. So that's just,
and that made me strong.
A little brief into my parents. Of course, there's a lot more I could say. I'm just thankful that I have parents, and thankful that I have someone that's in my corner.
Salute, Dad. Salute, Mom.
Parents that's in my corner.
It definitely takes
my main person that I learned a lot from, though, was my big sister, my older sister, Monica Mitchell. She taught me a lot of stuff that my parents weren't really teaching.
Street smart stuff.
Like how to dress. just the cool stuff in life. You know, she kept me sharp, she kept me on point. And
appreciate you, sis.
You know, I have an older brother, but I didn't really know him. We had different moms, so I didn't, you know, I always wanted to, you know him more, but he always showed love when he could. You know, he's into music as well. His name Danielle Boyton. Very talented, you know, could play instruments, keyboard, just all around musician. You know, he dealt with a lot of big artists, big name people.
Salute, bro.
And, you know, I always looked up to him from afar, but we never had that, relationship that I would want to have. But, you know, that's just such is life. My other brothers,
Squad,
Drell, Dron, Rodney, Jerry's, and then my mom went to have even 2 more kids. My baby brother Ryan Brown and my sister Ebony Mitchell. I come from humble beginnings. I come from, you know, a spot where a lot of artists come from that's, you know, involved in hip hop, where you had to find your way, you had to grind, you had to get your money. You know, you had to deal with the socialisms and the
basically just no silver spoons, you know.
The disadvantages. You had to turn your disadvantages into advantages, and you know, it's all a part of the process.
I'm back with the metaphors, with the microphone. I'm bad to the bone like Skeletor. Got rappers handshaking I never met before.
G.U.Slick on a mission records, man. Salute.
As far as this music thing go, it always been in my blood. You know, I remember the first time just hearing hip hop on 9th Street. You know, being in like a church-oriented household, we wasn't even really allowed to, you know, listen to rap or hip hop or none of that. So, you know, but the street we lived on, couldn't help but to hear it. I mean, people be walking up and down the street playing the music on their boom boxes, you know, their cars. You hear the, you know, had their car radios turned up, speakers blaring, you know. So I still got my dose of hip hop. Plus I used to sneak tapes, you know, Too Short tapes, you know, LL Cool J with
Raps, Rap City, The Basement.
I could watch it on, you know, BET, wherever. I just was in love with hip hop at a young age, but I didn't start writing my own music till I got about 12 years old. Start writing my own lyrics, pounding on the table, you know, just pounding my fists on the table, writing my lyrics. I didn't have no beats or nothing at the time. But, you know, later on I would go buy 99-cent instrumentals of songs that were already made, and I write to them, just to the instrumentals. Started looking around for places to record. No, there wasn't really no places to record in Lima, Ohio at the time. So, you know, me and my partner, Danny Mays, AKA Acorn, you know, we started recording. Like, first we had 2 boom boxes put together, like 2 stereos, and then, you know, we put the paper in the cassette to do the recording. So we played the beat on one stereo, and then we record on the other. And then Acorn ended up getting a karaoke machine, so I start recording in his basement, just, you know, just to get the craft together, just trying to perfect my craft, or at least start my craft. Eventually I got turned on to this guy named Charles Crisp, and, you know, he opened his doors to me. He let me
salute to CC.
start, you know, working at his studio, his home studio that he had. You know, took me in, and I just started recording my songs. They wasn't great at first, but I just kept working on them, you know, just kept perfecting my craft and learning. So CC was kind of like a mentor when it came to music, just, you know, just soaking game from him and other artists that came around at the time. It was a lot. It was a few of us back then just recording, working on our craft. People that was coming over to CC house, we was focused. We was taking our music serious.
Mahogany Smooth, B Love.
If you know, you know.
K Solo was in that mug.
Doing it at the time. It was just a good time in music, you know. We just was working on our craft, you know, rolling up, drinking, sipping, young age, just smoking, getting our music together and taking our music serious. You know, we weren't playing. And after that, you know,
we had to get our music out there, so we started pressing up them CDs, getting that music out. CDs, baby.
Started grinding our CDs, getting our music out there, and the best way we can. You know, we did a few talent shows, things of that nature. Man, it was just a good time. Just, you know, just finally being able to record our music. Record my music and on a higher scale, you know, getting it mixed and, you know, perfected. Then I finally scraped up some dough.
And salute to my brother Jerry, he helped invest as well.
Sent my music off to get pressed up. First, when I started off doing hip hop, it was like more edgy, more street. Just being in the streets and, you know,
wasting
having
my
a bunch
time,
of
taking losses,
just running with the laws, and
got sent to Tico, and that was
just
like
an eye opener.
Man, I had to wake up.
Just a spiritual struggle. I ended up switching my style to like gospel. You know, I had I got slipped too, also from like a drink or a blunt or something. But it just was like a spiritual warfare in my life, and you know, I went to God and, you know, tried to get some type of understanding, and then, you know, switched my music up. So I started doing gospel rap for a while. You know, ran into my young partner at the time, Terrence Jackson. He was like ill on the beats, and, you know, we put drum machines in his face after he when we first met him, he was like, you know, making beats with pencils and, you know, just using his hands or whatnot.
Hey, salute to TJ87.
And he just was ill with making beats, so we started rocking with my dude, go by the name of TJ87 now. We started rocking with him. He was making beats at a young age.
I want to give a shout out to one of Ohio's dopest producers, TJ87 Music. I see you.
I think he might have been like 15, making fire beats, and we started recording, still recording with CC. Yeah, a little bit. Just dropping. Now we're just dropping gospel stuff, but it still was like street gospel. And I did that type of music for a while. Then I had another breakthrough by just growing, man, and just realizing like I ain't want to be labeled or put in a box as far as religion type box. So I went back to hip hop. You know, I still kept it
authentic and original,
clean or whatever. Like I one thing I didn't do was I remained not cursing in my lyrics, but I went back to being a little more edgy, a little more street. Just pure hip hop, talking about the things I wanted to talk about.
I just needed to be back free with my music.
Clever, still with witty wordplay, metaphors, things of that nature.
I also wanted to work with artists that I respected in the game.
Start seeking out bigger features, bigger producers to work with, you know, just trying to push the music, you know, looking for all platforms, learning how to get on platforms, Spotify, Pandora, you know, whatever platform it was, I was trying to get on there, you know. start doing shows. Well, been doing shows, just a little more shows. You know, not nothing too major, but just trying to stay active. And, you know, just perfecting my craft.
Staying on point.
I've been grinding for ages. I show love and got hatred. I feel so.
I eat a lot. Yeah, we all know how it go. If you don't work, you don't eat.
And you know I gotta eat something.
And I be doggone if I don't eat. I love to eat too much, man. And I love to grind too. I love to hustle. You know, I mean, it ain't just music for me. It's like, just like a lot of other rappers, you know, I learned from Master P and people like that. Just Grinder, Jay-Z, you know, just people that do it multiple ways. Nipsey Hussle, all kind of different entrepreneurs / rappers, you know. That's what made me really love rap too. Just not just the music, just the grind of it, you know, coming from where we come from. Just that freedom of just being an entrepreneur. I'll do it in at a venue, pop-up shops, store. I do it out the trunk.
With the bottle, you know what I'm saying? Yep.
Most of my money comes from the streets on the block, popping that trunk, just pulling up to different gas stations, you know, just getting my grind on like that. You can't, you gotta start from somewhere. A lot of major companies started from the bottom. Scare money don't make no money. I mean, when you do it, you gotta do it the best you can do it, like websites, streets, stores, word of mouth, commercials, advertisement, however you gotta do it. The music just leads to the grind. Cause at the end of the day, if you ain't making no money, what you doing it for? I mean, I shouldn't say that cause, you know, the love is there definitely. We all love to do it, but at the same time, the grind is important. I was even inspired to put out my own drinks, my own adult beverages, wine, champagne. Got that game from, you know, just the hip hop culture, just seeing people like E40 with their own beverages out. And I wasn't gonna wait till I'll be super big to do what I do, you know. Seeing, you know, Rick Ross with the Bel Air, just inspired, you know. So instead of waiting, I figured out how can I do my own thing on my level.
Just good promotion at the end of the day.
You gotta crawl before you walk, you know. So just being an entrepreneur and a hustler, you don't let nothing stop you. You don't let no opportunity pass you by. Put your mind to it, you can do it.
G.U.Slick for the legendary.
You know, the grind is the realest thing out.
You know what? This is history in the making right here, man. My bro got his own liquor out, man. If this ain't motivation, I don't know what is, man. And I got me 2 bottles. This is going to go good tomorrow with the stuffed lamb chops and whatnot. This is going good with dinner, man. This is real wine right here.
Me, King Getter, Ron C.
You know, we'll fill the truck up. We'll hit the block. We'll hit different cities. Post up. Sometimes we do good, sometimes we don't. But everything I sell is mine. You know, I'm not selling Nike, Reebok, Adidas, none of that. I'm selling On The Mission. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get On The Mission records. You're gonna get On The Mission merch, On The Mission hats. You know, the brand, On The Mission music, CDs, books, whatever. You know, that's the grind. A lot of people support me, and I appreciate everybody that ever bought something from me, ever cop something. You know, some people I know, some people I don't. Especially when I hit different cities, you know, for somebody to buy something from another city, that's love. That means you're part of. It's one thing when somebody buys something that knows you, but it's another thing When somebody buys something that don't know you, that means you got a good product. That means they see something that they see a shine in you that they can't deny. You can't block
My shine, you can't knock my hustle, it's too late, they feeling me. You can't block my shine, you can't knock my hustle, it's too late, they feeling me. Victory. Every day I'm trying to elevate, like they say, don't hate, congratulate. Pop champagne, it's a new day.
Next up, we got AugMit Records. My brother G.U.Slick. We gonna bring him out with his nice summer t-shirt collection he came out with the 2 flyers on it. Let's go. AugMit Records in the building, y'all. G.U.Slick. Give it up for the models, y'all. Work. And she's working that thing. I thought I'm ready to say something. I talk shit, but they still ain't saying that. We gon' try to get out to the feds. And she is working that AugMit t-shirt. The AugMit Records, he got a set up over there. If y'all like this kind of t-shirt, y'all go check him out. You know that's a work, dog. Work it. I shot at my nigga, bitch. Really didn't say more, I did it. Okay, she's wearing the red summer style AugMit Records t-shirt with the 2 lines on there. And baby girl, she's working. Y'all gonna see a lot of her out today. She's got a lot of fashion stuff going on today. AugMit Records in the building, y'all. And she is working. Work it, darling. Work it. Yes. I love it. AugMit Records in the building, y'all. G.U.Slick over there. Y'all check him out. Who we got next? We got Ron C. He's got the black and white AugMit on. AugMit summer style breathable hat on. You feel me? These t-shirts come in a variety of colors, man. He's got a booth set up back there. So y'all make sure y'all check him out. AugMit in the building, y'all. Work, Ron C. Work, bro. Let's go. AugMit Records in the building, y'all. We got another guy. He's coming out with the AugMit. Y'all know the weather for the break, so the fall is coming up. He's got the AugMit video, and he's looking real comfortable with that thing. You feel me? What's up, bro? I see it, yeah. He's looking real comfortable with this. This is available in multi-colors. He's, like I say, he's got a booth over there. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. AugMit Records in the building, y'all. AugMit Records in the building, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Last but not least, we got Lil Dog coming out. He got some more. He got some AugMit classic polo style. You don't just have to wear a t-shirt all the time. You go with the polo style. And he's working that thing. AugMit Records in the building, y'all. Check him out. He's got a booth set up over there. G.U.Slick, I see you, bro. AugMit Records.
The thrill of victory comes with the agony of defeat. This life ain't for everybody. You don't know what it cost me, but no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. I was made for this life. No diamonds. Made for this life. No diamonds. No pressure. No diamonds.
It's like fine wine when it ages. Lumps of cold with a ton of pressure. Come on. Like a diamond in the rough. Yes, sir. Hip hop's hidden treasure. I'm underground till they discover me. I'm going in, somebody cover me. Look, there will never be another me. Invisible, invisible, they ain't seeing me. I'm too slick with my rhyme schemes. They blinded by my high beam. Them flows don't give them hell till I'm living well. Master my craft like I'm casting spells. Chasing blue faces like I'm Gargamel. Y'all some snitches, it ain't hard to tell. Killer thoughts in my brain cells. How you a boss and can't even help? No heart at all, you can't see man deep and I'm all by myself. Now that bar should be heartfelt. You gave her your heart, I made her heart melt. She sent me letters in jail, now that's Gmail. Now pay your fees to that female. Dear John, you a trick, they can't read well. Washed up for sure like a seashell. You ain't know what that wholesale could buy you retail. But instead you bought a red bottom shoes. Got her hair done and the nails too. No pressure, dude.
The thrill of victory comes with the agony of defeat. This life ain't for everybody. You don't know what it cost me, but no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. I was made for this life. No diamonds. Made for this life. No diamonds. No pressure. No diamonds.
No pressure at all, I feel no pressure at all. But they say they applying it. I had my money and all, but still wasn't buying it. Just showing love, you see what kindness gets. But it's whatever, the mic is my joystick. The rap game, I'm controlling it. Who cares about these trapper rappers claiming they the dopest? Without coke and crack, you whack and don't know what dopeness is. You a stat without posting it. Stereotyping a black eye to what the culture is. If I don't cuss, it's because of lyricists like Rakim at Eminem. It's not just Will Smith. 5%, I'm just building. Trying to see less of our children. R.I.P. on the gilding. I just wanna see more of them winning with millions. Until then, I'm on a mission.
The thrill of victory comes with the agony of defeat. This life ain't for everybody. You don't know what it cost me, but no pressure.
So if y'all made it this far in the documentary, that means y'all really rock with me, and I really rock with y'all. You know, just remember, before you shine for the world, you gotta shine for your country. And before you shine for your country, you gotta shine for your state. And before you shine for your state, you gotta shine for your city and family and friends. G.U.Slick. And salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop working if you do this music. If you love this music, don't stop working. You know, don't let where you from stop you. Don't let your age stop you. You know, young or old, whatever. You know, any type of discriminations, don't let it stop you, man. Keep putting in that work and, you know, shine the way you shine. You know, everybody ain't gonna be Jay-Z or billionaire or, you know, whoever it is, you know, whatever the name is, you know. But guess what? You can shine your own way, you know. And sometimes we don't make the choice. We from where we from, you know. We got the situations and the challenges we got, and we just gotta choose to shine regardless, you know. So that's really the message, you know. I put my own stuff, but it's not really about me. It's like I'm always trying to think of ways to inspire. So it's just another way for me to inspire people, you know. Hope y'all, you know, appreciated the work I put in. One love, salute. Lima, Ohio, Beantown, stand up.